Hello Airsoft friends and welcome to this video today, where today I am excited because I have got some brand new camo ghillie stuff for me to take a look at. But before we get into all of these goodies, a big thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you for supporting the channel month after month, and thank you for watching this video. You right there, you handsome devil, sat right there enjoying it. Unless of course you're a lady, and then thank you very much, you lovely lady. If you're not subscribed, click that big old subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, why not leave a comment, let me know what you think about this intro. And of course the ghillie suit as well, which we're going to be looking at. But I would like to know if you like the intro. What is this ghillie suit, you may be asking yourselves? Well, the keen-eyed of you out there may have noticed all of the Novritsch branding that's on here, and that's because this is Novritsch's brand new modular ghillie suit system. Ghillie, I think it's just a ghillie suit. it's the modular ghillie suit. There's 3 separate pieces in total, but you can buy them separately if you want to, but if you'd like to have a full ghillie suit, then you buy all 3, and they consist of your hood slash face bit area, your jacket, and then your ghillie trousers as well. But enough faffing around, why don't we just crack them out and then see what they look like, eh? But before we do, I will let you know that I was sent this ghillie suit free of charge for me to look at and do a video on. And, you know, there's no money coming here. I do have a cheeky link in the description below, so if you want to check it out and support the channel, click that link, check it out, and then, yeah, you'll get this ghillie suit. Now, when they asked me which one I wanted, I said the Kreuzzotter one, please, because the colouring of the Kreuzzotter one looks quite cool. And as you can tell, I've been practicing how to say Kreuzzotter, so I wanted to have a chance to say it in this video. Now, this is the hood, which also comes with a kind of face shroud piece as well, which you can see here on the front. Now, this is removable, and there's a buttony poppy bit here, like that, which I can take off. And that is the face shroud bit off there. Look at that. Boom. Clever. And this is the main head piece of the piece. Let me crack my hat off and then put this on and see what we're looking like with it on. There's buttons. There's little pop buttons on the bottom of this part here. So I imagine that means it pops to the main part of the ghillie suit, because at the minute it just kind of like sits over my face like that. But once it's popped on, I imagine this will act like a hood. And I like the fact that it's quite wingy. Like it takes my head and neck shape and widens me out, which is good, because as humans, we're very good at spotting outlines and silhouettes of other humans, because that's like dangerous for us, because other humans may want to eat us or something like that from the caveman days. So the fact that this is kind of coming out like this and breaking up my human silhouette pattern, that's a very good thing. I'm going to pop this face bit thing back on now and then try it on again to see how much of my face it does cover. And look, it looks like I've got a great big bushy beard. Oh, my eyes are just sticking out. Let me put some eye pro on and see how much of that I can now see out. So this is on with eye pro now, and there is a strap thing at the back here, so I can tighten and loosen it to my head. So I guess once I've got this a nice solid position, I can tighten it up and we should be looking good. You know what? I might actually attach my iPro to the hood to keep it in place, because if this is all you can see, I think that'd be pretty darn sick. Oh my day, look, I'm just a bush head. Look at that, boom. Now, of course, a lot of ghillie suit stuff does come down to depending on the environment around you. So this Kreuzzotter color may be really good for the natural vegetation, or it may not be so good. However, you can see the base mesh for the ghillie here has, well, it's a mesh, isn't it? There's lots of holes everywhere. So if you did want to take some natural vegetation or some fake vegetation, cable tie it on there or attach it through some other means, then you would be able to do that and craft this to make it into a pretty darn good looking ghillie piece. There's also, if you come here, there's these little strappy bits here. So that's really handy for like grabbing a load of grass, leaves, natural veg, chucking it underneath there, and it's like a nice quick makeshift way to attach vegetation of the area you're playing in. Personally, I've never actually done that before. I've never taken some grass and put it onto my suit. I've always just run my ghillie suits non-crafted. However, I did also receive this stuff here. Yes, the burlap camo set, again from Novritsch. Thank you very much. There's 3 different colors, green, a brown, and a greeny brown. And you can use this stuff to craft a ghillie and make it look ultra realistic or make it fit in more with the environment. And I am going to do some crafting, and I am going to use this stuff, and and I do have some other Ghillie stuff as well to attach to it too, so keep an eye out for that video. Head bit done. Let's have a little look at the trousers next, and then we'll come back to the jacket, because as far as I'm aware, the jacket does have some fancy features. Whoa, look at that. Again, more of that delicious Kreuzzotter-ness right there. Like the first Ghillie suit set they had, they've got the kind of suspendery things on there as well. However, it's got a different design. It's not moly, it's just laser cut holes in the fabric that all of their textile stuff is in. There is stretchiness there though, which I like, and there's also stretchiness here on the suspenders, which I like. Oh, and the whole front bit is all stretchy too, so that's very handy. There's also, on the waistband, you've got a kind of like cordage there, so you can tie that up around your waist when you're using your Ghillie suit. We will put these on my legs and see if they are actually comfortable or not. The Ghillie suit is also a one size fits everyone, fits most. So that's you know, you should be fine whatever kind of size you are. Ooh, okay, that's pretty handy. So this front part of the legging from here down to here is fabric. It's not mesh, and that's quite good, because often as a Ghillie sniper you'll be crouching down, kneeling down, getting amongst the bushes, and I found with other Ghillie suits I've had in the past, the knees can kind of like wear through a little bit, but the fact that they've kind of double layered it, is there mesh behind it? Yeah, so you've got the Ghillie mesh behind it and this harder wearing fabric on the top. That is really handy. Can I put knee pads inside that though? Because that would be really sick. No, you can't attach your own knee pads to the Ghillie suit trousers. I've got like the Kreuzzotter uniform anyway, and that's got knee pads built into the trousers as well, which is beautiful when you want to crouch down and do some sniping. Also on the trousers, kind of similar to what we saw on the top on the headpiece, with these bits here which allow you to attach natural vegetation, and also, you know, you can craft on there. We've got these elastic ones here, which are, again, these are even better for the natural vegetation attachment, because you can kind of like pull it out, stick loads of stuff in there, and then that elastic will then help to keep it in place. Shut up, Windows. I'm going to put these on right now. I know I've still got the jacket to do, but I am curious of these as trousers, and I just want to put them on and see how they are. Oh, look at my big old belly. That's pretty comfy, actually. Oh, I feel like I'm a Santa now. Oh, my dad, I officially am now dad bod. I feel like a Santa, like with my suspenders and my, like, you know, oh my, look at my bum. Oh my God, you can really see my bum. Usually I wouldn't be wearing big bright trousers and shorts as there as well. God, my bum is such an awkward shape. Let me stand on my chair, actually. Here you go. Oh wait, if I spin on my chair, you'll get a full 360 kind of view. Look at that. Look at that! Where are my legs gone? I'm just a tree. I like that the leaves they're standing out quite a bit. You know, they're very 3D, and they're better than the first Ghillie suit. Oh my days. One of the big points of this system is that it's modular, so you can remove parts if you want to. Like on the headpiece here on the hood, you can take off that front face veil if you don't want to wear that. So if you've already got a veil attached to your eye pro, you can just use that and not have to worry about this at all. Or if you've already got like a balaclava or something like that you use, then boom, you don't have to use that. But like we saw earlier, it does actually work nicely all together. So I'd probably say you'd be more inclined to leave that on, as long as you can get your eye pro and whatnot to work around it with that. Now, similarly, I've been told is the case with the jacket, in that it is a full Ghillie jacket, but the front piece here is removable. So if you just wanted to use it as like a Ghillie shoulder piece with arms in, kind of like, is that a Cobra hood? I think that's called a Cobra. If you wanted to use it like a Cobra hood with like the backness and arms down and all that kind of stuff, then you can do that. And also, you don't have to have the hood on there at all. So if you just wanted to have like a shoulder, arm and back piece, then you can do that. If you want the full Ghillie front, have the Ghillie front on there as well. I think that's pretty clever. I think that's cool that you've got options. Enough faffing about though. Let's just crack it out the bag and have a look. I know, Shoe. I know. Just crack it out and have a look at it. So we've got some stringing here on the side. Is that to adjust the size of it? We are definitely learning together as we go. So looking at the Ghillie, we've got our neck hole here. This is what we'll put our head through. Then we've got some buttons on the front, which is what you use to kind of like open and close the jacket. Then coming down to this part, this is a separate front panel section which you can remove, so you only have the shoulders and the back part. And that's really handy, because if you wanted to, I don't know, be like a sneaky sniper and wear like a plate carrier or something like that, or if you're not really too fussed about having a full Ghillie suit over your frontal area here because you're going to be covering it with your arms when you're like in your high position, or if you're going to be like on your belly, then you can take that off, and then you've got easy access to all of your supplies on your front. And for me, that's actually quite useful, because I run the Helicon training mini rig. That literally puts all my magazines right on the front of me here. So if I was to wear this full Ghillie suit, it means that I would have to wear my rig over the top of the ghillie, which would then break up the leaves and the patterns, and in order to get the best out of that or remain hidden the most, I'd have to ghillie up my little rig as well. But because this has got the removable section, and if, you know, once I've worn it out there a few times, if I feel like that is better to run it this way than not, then it means I can have my rig on underneath my clothes, remove this panel, and then I can just access it there, which is quite handy. So we've got elastic on the sleeves there again, so we can put a hand through there and pull the sleeves down, and that's something I really like, because often you'll be going through the forest and trees and stuff will get caught on you, and if it pulls your sleeve up, it is just not ideal. So it's nice to see that there. You can make it smaller or bigger, and there's also little poppers here like that, and that is popping, holding on the front section of the ghillie suit too. Now it does seem like there's quite a bit of faffing around if you want to use these sizing cords as well to kind of get the ghillie suit tight to you. Depending on how big it is without them on, I think I would probably just leave those off, because it's less for things to get caught on, and if I am going to be swapping it often between like being a Cobra hood or like a full ghillie suit jacket, I don't want to be, you know, threading these things in and out all of the time, just because I'm really lazy. So I think I'd actually remove those, depending how big it will make the ghillie suit though. It does make sense that it is like that. I don't know if it could have been a better option though to have had multiple buttons there instead. So like potentially here, instead of having these kind of strandy bits, you could have had a button here as well and a button here as well, and then that just goes all the way up, and then it's just a case of a quick, you know, the bit to make it your size, if that makes sense. But then at the same time, I'm not a seamstress, so wait, seamstress, is that a gendered term? Seamstress? Seamster? Tailor. That's the word. I am not a tailor, so therefore I do not know if that is something that would actually work or not. There is also Velcro parts that come off of the ghillie suit. Now, I have just seen that we have got some white chalk lines, one here, and I've been told that there are going to be other of these chalk lines around the suit. This, unfortunately, should have been caught at the factory, because this is actually chalk lines left by the tailors who made the ghillie suits, because each one is made by hand. Now, it is kind of nice to be shown that there's proof that these are made individually by hand, because that's quite a cool aspect of it. Because these are just like, you know, tailor's chalk lines, they do come off nice and easily. So if you do get a ghillie suit off the first batch and you find you've got little white lines like this, you should be able to just rub some water on them and get it off, or maybe like chuck it in the wash or something like that. I'm not too sure what the washing recommendations are for these ghillie suits, but you'll be able to get it off quite easily, so don't you worry about it. Right, let's put it on. I've been waffling long enough. Oh look, there's even a big armpit hole too, so when you get super sweaty, you don't sweat up the suit. That's nice. I like that. I'm just a Kreuzzotter Busch. It is quite big actually, look at that. I mean, I thought I was getting tubsy, but there is a lot of room in this ghillie suit. Look at that. So I think I'll probably tighten these up as far as they will go, just to bring it in to my sweet, small and supple body, apparently. This does make me feel better about my body. I may wear this all the time. You do actually see quite a big difference between the 3D leafed areas and the knee padded areas here too. Don't know what to say at this point. Your opinions now. Have a little look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm going to put the hood on. So the hood actually buttons all the way around to the neck parts here. I thought it would hook up at this back bits here to break up your silhouette more, but it does break up my silhouette like that anyway. Like, you wouldn't look at me right now and be like, oh, there's a person, unless you were, you know, I mean, I'm in an office, so you may be like, oh, look, there's a person in there. The eye hole is quite small. It is elasticated though, and I do like there's a little hood type thing here. You do have a small bit there, and it does want to kind of like pull the hood together on your face. And I think that as a sniper, if you're looking in your one direction, then you're kind of okay. But if you are going to be giddied up with people around you, you do want to have a bit of a peripheral vision around. So I think what I might do is actually take some of my eye pro, or maybe even this eye pro, and cable tie it into the ghillie suit like that and attach it. So then when I put the hood on, I just put on my eye pro like this and it holds it in the right place. And I think that would be good, because I want to make sure that I can see properly and have a nice field of view. This little hat bit in the middle bit is actually all right. It doesn't get in the way at all. Look how sneaky I am. Oh yeah. Let's take the front bit off though. Let's remove the little face guard thing. Now I've just got my standard hood, which, yeah, look at that. Pretty tidy. Pretty tidy. But let's take the front section bit off. So in order to take this bit off, I need to do the popper. Where's the popper? I'm confused. I'm going to take it off and work it out. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Right, let's see what it's like just as the shoulders and back. Oh no, wait, my head's not in the hole. There we go, that's better. And look, I've got room here for activities, so I can have my carrier thing there. I've got a nice back piece, because if I'm like at the back here like that, you don't really see it. And if I'm like here sniping like that, you don't really see my belly because my arms and stuff are in the way and they're all gillied up as well. It's now just a big window to look at my belly. Look at that. Boom. I am so out of shape. It's nice to have the option for sure. It does work quite cool actually as that, like the Cobra Hood kind of setup. And I like the fact that it does seem to be pretty darn leafy and good at the same time anyway. So the fabric is ripstop fabric, so it means that it's not gonna rip or tear easily. And if any part of it does, it's designed so that it doesn't rip through the rest of the fabric. So that is good. That will mean hopefully it will last for quite a while. It's available in 5 different color options, including Amber, ACP, Fleckton, Kreuzzotter, and Everglade. So whichever like sites that you play at, whatever is the most like the, you know, the color of the ghillie suit that you use, get that one. The Velcro leafy bits, they're there so you can attach a battle belt to it. That's so clever. Where's my Velcro bit? Let's see if this does Velcro to it. It does! That makes sense. And it also makes sense as to why I never used these on the other ghillie suit, if that was the same thing. Look at that. Boom! Attach your belt to it. That is very clever. Man, I would probably be a lot better at Airsoft and get much more out of my kit if I read the instructions. Ah, so in the leg bit at the bottom, there's this elastic thing and this little white nubbin thing here. And what you can do is you can pull that tightness and then you poke it over the white part wherever there's a hole in the elastic like there, and then that'll go around your boot. And you also have this little hook thing here as well, and I think you attach that to your laces to hold the leg bit in place at the bottom so your leg doesn't ride up. Clever. That is clever. God, they have really thought about this, haven't they? Look at that. And in terms of pricing, the hood thing is 50 euros. The jacket is 170 euros. And the pants are 90 euros. So if my maths is correct, 90, 170 equals 260, 310 euros in total for a full new MGS ghillie suit from Novritsch. But is it good? Well, I'm going to go out and test it in the next video looking at this ghillie suit, and subsequently the next video after that is going to be me in a gameplay using this ghillie suit, and I will do another future video where I'm going to camo it up a little bit more, but I'm going to see how good it is in its base, you know, its base configuration. I'll put the front panels back on, and the reason why I like to do it in its base configuration is because I just want to see how good the base is on its own. You get a t-shirt and put, like, you know, stuff on it and camo it up if you wanted to, and you'd probably be able to hide half decently. But I'm lazy, and I'm sure many of you out there as well don't want to spend the tens of hours, so I'm told it takes, to craft a ghillie suit. I just want to go out and play with it and be hidden. So we're going to go out and see how well this does in the next video. But until then, thank you for watching, subscribe, hit that button, and I'll see you in the next one.